Good afternoon and welcome to the latest Atta webinar. Today's webinar is an introduction to Almanara Luxury Boutique Hotel and Villas and is presented by Charlie Morrison from Camberwell Communications. There is a recording being made of the webinar which will be distributed to everyone after the event who is registered for the webinar. And and at the end of the webinar there will also be time for Q&A. If you have any questions, simply type these into the chat box on your screen and I will pose these to Charlie at the end of the webinar. So I'll now hand over the controls to Charlie to take you through her presentation. Charlie, over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much for joining me on such a sunny day. As Chris said, my name is Charlie Morrison, and I'm delighted to talk to you all about Almanara Luxury Boutique Hotel and Villas in Diani, Kenya. I wanted to kick off with this beautiful image. Really, for those of you who don't know Diani Beach very well, Diani is consistently winning the leading beach in Africa for this simple reason. It genuinely does look like this. There's no filters on this image, and the beach really is quite extraordinary at Almanara. So just to move on, to explain the location of Almanara, it's located in the southern end of Diani Beach. I mention this because previously there was a bit of sort of bad reputation in Diani for beach boys, and the southern end of Diani Beach is exceptionally quiet. It is basically flanked by private properties, Almanara, so you don't get any hassle from beach boys. The beach here really is incredible. It's got twice daily tidal movement, which means that it's an exceptionally wide part of the beach, and the snorkeling there is amazing. Access is very easy. There are daily flights from Nairobi Wilson and Namara into Akunda, which is only 15 minutes from the property, and we provide complimentary transfers to your clients to and from Akunda. We can also arrange for transfers to and from Mombasa for any international guests wanting to just do a beach stay. When you're thinking about Almanara for your clients, really think about it in two sections. Almanara comprises 6 executive villas, which are really designed for families and groups. And it's got a 5-bedroom boutique hotel, which is ideal for couples because there's no kids under 12 allowed there. The whole spirit of Almanara is really, it's because it is a boutique property, they offer a really exceptional service level. It feels like a real home from home, and because they run an all-inclusive concept there, it's a bit like being on safari. Your guests don't necessarily need to open their wallet throughout the duration of their stay. There's an incredible emphasis on cuisine, which I'll talk about a bit later. And the property is owned and run by a wonderful couple called Gemma and Leo Giovando, who've got a little boy. As such, as parents, they really get what works for families and for mums. So apologies for the quality of this picture, but it just helps to give you an understanding of the layout of the plot. The property, as I said, is flanked by private properties, so it's nice and quiet. And it comprises of the 6 villas, which are located, if I can use my pointer, around a central pool area, which they share. The villas are all set in really mature botanic gardens, and all the planting is cleverly designed, so every villa is very to the next. Then you've got the boutique hotel at the end of the plot, which is ocean facing, and Sales Beach Bar and Restaurant on the beachfront there. So just to move on to the villas are all quite similar in terms of their design and look and feel. They, what really sets the villas apart for me is the service that you get there. You get an incredibly special service. You've got your own dedicated team to look after you for your stay, with your own chef, butler and housekeeper. This means that you can have bespoke daily dining exactly what you want, when you want, whenever you want it. So kids can dive out of the pool in their swimmers and sit down to a meal. It's no stress, and you can just relax and do exactly what you like. So the villas are really beautiful, all with 3 double bedrooms en suite. There's an open plan living dining area downstairs with an outdoor veranda and a stunning rooftop terrace, which is pictured here. The whole property is air conditioned, and there is a flat screen TV, which, while you might not want to watch it yourself, it can be quite handy for those who are wanting a bit of downtime for their kids. Of course, there's complimentary Wi-Fi as well. So here's an example of the outdoor dining, which is super relaxed, and as I said, the menus are amazing. And this again is looking into there from that same outdoor terrace area. And another angle there. And to show you that the whole style of the villas is very simple, really. Lots of billowy white fabrics and linens and hand-carved wood. And each villa has got these beautiful wood-carved panels behind as pictured here. Upstairs, you've got the 3 double bedrooms. This is the master suite, which is a little bit larger. A twin room where you can put a cot, for example, as well, and another double. And all the villas share a central pool area with the sunken pool bar, which serves fantastic cocktails and afternoon tea. And even though they share a pool, a question we sometimes get asked is, does it get busy, considering all the villas share? And I think it never really does. I think because you've got the beach option and there's also other activities in the area, the pool area never gets busy at Almanara. So as I mentioned, there's a real focus on kids here because they really do it exceptionally well, with special menus for kids, dining what you want when you want. Also, with having a dedicated team in the villas to look after you, it means that your kids get to know the staff exceptionally well, and so they're on hand to do babysitting if you wanted to go to Sales restaurant for supper or to explore the area and leave the kids in peace to relax at the villa. We can provide all the gear that you might need on request, and of course there's oodles of buckets and spades for the tiddlers. So moving on to the boutique hotel, this is a boutique hotel looking at it with the ocean to your back. Whereas in the villas you have your own dedicated team looking after you with your own chef, butler and housekeeper. Here there's a dedicated team for all of the boutique hotel guests. The boutique hotel used to be the private residence of the Giovanna family, and as such it used to be sold as an entire unit. It can still be sold as an entire unit. So if you've got a group of guests who are requiring all 5 rooms, then we can sell it as such and include kids then. But if you're wanting just to take a room, then we request that there's no kids under the age of 12 in the boutique hotel. So this is the view from the boutique hotel looking out towards the ocean with infinity pool. And so the property comprises of 2 suites and 3 rooms. The suites are just slightly larger than the rooms with a seating area. There's daily set menu, which is served on the terrace. The infinity pool and jacuzzi. There's a gym, a massage room, games room, everything you could ask for, really. All the rooms are air conditioned, and there is a TV for those of you who are wanting to, or for clients who are wanting not to miss something with sport, for example. This is the entrance hall, which is very spectacular as you walk into the boutique hotel. All of the fixtures and fittings and interiors were designed by the Giovanna family and sourced from all around the world. And it really was built as a private hotel, and it's got a real sense of that. There's lots of incredible art and different touches here. This is an example of one of the suites, which is a huge room, very popular with honeymooners. And the bathroom is exceptionally large as well, with lovely Italian marble. This is another suite. And this is the room, which, as you can see, is just a tiny bit smaller, but still very, very generous in proportions. And this is the bath. And there's a real foodie focus at Almanara. They've grown a reputation over the years as having the leading restaurant on Kenya Coast with Sales Restaurant. And the quality of the food filters throughout the whole of the property. They really focus on the freshest of produce, lots of delicious seafood, and they've also got their own shamba where they grow lots of their own produce. So for those of you who know the coast, there's so much to do. Either enjoy just the lovely sun from your lounger, or there's a water sports centre at Almanara providing kit that you can hire complimentary. They can also organise plenty of courses, so kite surfing, windsurfing, scuba, deep sea fishing, etc. For guests who are wanting to come and do predominantly beach stay, you can go to Shimber Hills, which is just down the road. It isn't like being Mara and Safari, but there is lots of plains game and elephant there. So if you're wanting just a little taste of wildlife, that can be arranged. And for guests who are really keen to squeeze another days of full safari in, the property can arrange a day trip to Salvo, which is a bit of an epic, you know, leaving at 4 in the morning, but it is worth it. It's particularly popular with American clients who want to do an extra location for safari. There is a little spa on site called Cloud9, which isn't a destination spa. You have a wonderful range of services and an incredible masseuse. Sales Restaurant, as I mentioned, is an award-winning restaurant. It's a public-facing restaurant, which is fantastic for the main reason that your guests, when they're staying at the property, can just walk 50 metres down to the restaurant and have dinner there and feel like they're having a really fun, buzzy night out, because it always has a great atmosphere there. Now, as part of the all-inclusive stay at Almanara, what they will always try and do is switch one of your all-inclusive nights to have a meal there if that's of interest. But beyond that, if guests really enjoy sales, then they would need to pay a supplement to dine there. The location of Sales Restaurant is stunning. It's right on the recently appointed ex-Jamie Oliver chef Anthony Huff, who's got an incredible reputation, and he's really developing the menus at the moment, continuing this high quality service that they've grown a reputation for. This is some pictures from their shamba, where they grow as much as they can. They've got incredible produce that they grow there. And this is Sales Restaurant at dusk. It's a really stunning property with incredible architecture. And this is Sales at night. During the day, when your guests are relaxing on the beach, they can have complimentary drinks all served from Sales as part of their all-inclusive. And this is a new thing that Almanara have started to do to welcome their guests, and they're hosting complimentary sundowner evenings, just so the guests can start to get to know each other and enjoy a cocktail and some canapés. And that's proving very popular. And there's something a bit special for honeymooners or just romantic couples. For a supplement of $50 setup fee, we can offer your guests a lovely candlelit dinner under the stars on the beach at Almanara. I suggest you inquire about that at the booking if your guests are interested. So to summarise, the villas really are ideal for families and groups with 3 beds in each. The boutique hotel is perfect for either a multi-generational group or for couples. The whole property works in an all-inclusive concept in a very generous way, offering breakfast, lunch, tea, dinner and drinks. The villas have their private team looking after you, and the boutique hotel has a private team for the whole property. And the Sales is a public-facing restaurant, which you can opt to dine in one night during as you're all-inclusive. We're also doing some very good offers at the moment. There's a 7 for 5 and a 4 for 3, and a honeymoon offer to try and encourage slightly longer coast stays. And I just wanted to share with you these little pics. We recently did a photo shoot with You magazine. So if you're flicking through the Sunday supplements this weekend, you might spot a familiar bit of Diani Beach in your mag. There we go. Thank you very much for your time.
Great, thank you very much, Charlie, for a fantastic presentation. Great to see all the developments and everything that's going on at Almanara. If anyone does have any questions for Charlie, please do type these away into the chat box and I will be able to address these to Charlie. If there are no further questions, I will wrap things up. Charlie, the contact details and everything are on the slide there. So if anyone does have any questions or queries for Charlie, she'll be able to address those directly. One question that's just come through from Ian Victor. Are the rates inclusive of drinks?
Yes, they are, not international spirits or international wines. So local wines and beers and soft drinks are included. Also, just Chris, just to add one final point, we have got some exciting new images by Stevie Mann of the property. So if anybody's keen to update their marketing materials, then just drop me a line and we'll share those with you.
That's great. Okay, if there are no further questions, I will thank everybody very much for their time in listening today. Charlie, thank you very much for your presentation and your time in putting everything together. A recording will be sent out of the webinar in the next hour or so, and it will also be posted up onto the Atta website. So for now, thank you very much.
Thank you.